nowadays, it's the COVID days. So what is your routine? I don't know, are you working or are you staying at home? How is the situation in Hungary?
Well, we are basically doing it full time. So our work is the band.
Oh, okay.
We
That's
had
very
we had
good.
we had our jobs before,
Mm-hmm.
and at some point we had to decide. All right, so are we going to do this seriously? Because then we have to concentrate it full time, 100%.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was like, we were standing there, and it's a really hard decision because you have to decide whether giving up everything
And it's scary.
and do the band or not giving up those things. But my point of view is that you cannot do a serious band while working. And so we were like, okay, we will give up everything and use all our energy and everything we have, we will put into this band. And if we make it, then we will make it. If not, then not. We tried. So the routine is basically like almost every musician, we go to sleep very late, and so we wake up late. But from there, like, of course you do like the usual stuff. We have animals here at home, so we have to give food to the animals and eat in the morning and stuff like that. But from there, we do the studio stuff. We record here at home. We finished, writing the stuff for the songs, and we usually have to think a lot about how to manage everything. So that's the hard part, basically, because you are here at home and you have all the time you need, but you have to be able to, organize your stuff for yourself, and that's sometimes it's really hard.
Yes, yes. And you do all by yourself. You do both. Like, yeah. Like the merchandise and stuff you said yesterday.
Oh yeah, everything. I mean, the whole management thing is us basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes I got messages from musician friends here from Hungary that how you are doing this, and they are talking about me like I have some kind of secret in my hands, but I don't. I just have I have great ideas for management, and I just do what I feel right. That's what's happening here, that we have the ideas and we think about it and then we do it. And for some reason, I don't know why, but we have this great, what's the word for it? Great essence. I don't know. So we know in a way how to do this kind of management stuff.
You know the way.
Yeah.
And it's working for you.
Yeah, it seems to be working, and of course sometimes it's really hard, and you have those dark moments when you feel like giving up. But yeah, that's what's happening here behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, you are nice on track with the debut album and everything, so seems going well.
Yeah. There are stressful moments, of course, and harder moments, but it's always really great to see your work being done, and people can, when you get the feedback from people that they like it, it's amazing.
It never gets old. I mean, every time someone writes to us, or even if we meet in person and says, "Yeah, guys, your music, I mean, it's so good," whatever, it feels amazing all the time, every time. So that really makes it worthwhile.
Mm-hmm. That's a great feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly. So now a little bit different topic about the Hungarian metal scene. Can you tell us more about it?
As far as I know, it's a really close scene. So there are very few internationally known Hungarian bands. There are, like, Ectomorph, for example. Dariada has a pretty good name on the international metal scene. But all in all, Hungary, or I would say Hungarian people usually prefer Hungarian-speaking bands,
Oh,
Yeah.
or for some reason. I mean, there's nothing wrong about it,
No,
but
it's just I believe this whole thing is coming from the history of the country. And still, of course, people speak English, but there are still a lot of people who don't speak English. For example, they don't here. For example, in Hungary, people don't really watch movies in English. They don't really use English every day, unless, of course, their work. They need it for their work or whatever. But mostly people, I wouldn't say lazy, but a little bit maybe lazy about these foreign languages, so they prefer Hungarian language.
yeah, I mean, people usually can get along using just their native language.
Yeah.
Well, in
So-
Hungary, at least, that's true. But if you do speak another language, English, for example, or any other language, you can get ahead pretty easily.
Yeah, and also back to the music, like there are a lot of, smaller bands doing their stuff. Of course, everybody's dreaming about bigger stages and international careers, of course. And there are smaller clubs here, bigger clubs. We have, unfortunately, a lot of great clubs, for example, closed here in Hungary. So that's not really good for bands, who come here to play. But we have, of course, still great pubs, clubs, great festivals. So there is a strong scene here in Hungary,
Yeah.
and
There are a lot of bands in Hungary that would actually make it big internationally. Let's say if they had one, the management, two, the money. Because musically, they are awesome. I mean, I have my favorites in Hungary for sure, but you have to make some sacrifices in order to make it work.
Yeah, money.
and also money.
And money,
Yeah, yeah.
And the great festivals, you mentioned great festivals, but can you tell us more about the festivals you have in your country then?
For example, here where we live, here in Dunaújváros, we have Rock Marathon Festival, which is a really great rock metal festival, of course, and many international bands come here. It's usually in July. Unfortunately, this year they had to cancel thanks to the COVID situation.
Which is sad because Beast in Black was supposed to play this year.
Yeah.
And we were really, really forward to meet Yanis once again.
Yeah, because we met him last year,
In
and he's a
Budapest.
super cool guy.
You met Jan?
Yeah, because the guitarist of the band is Hungarian.
The bass
Bass
guitarist.
guitarist is Hungarian.
Oh,
So every time when they come to play here in Hungary, he of course talks to the people in Hungarian, and they are super friendly. So they play amazing music. So they were supposed to be one of the headliners this year. But it's really cool because this festival has a special place. It's basically like it's not an island, but it's like almost an island where they organize the festival, and it's a long festival. I believe it's 7 days long.
Almost. Yeah.
There are a lot of bands, and it has a special feeling. The whole thing when you are there, it feels super friendly and super cool.
And it is about a 10-minute walk from our home.
Yeah.
Have you met Yanis from Beast in Black, the singer, because he's Greek?
Yeah.
And I'm Greek.
Yeah. Oh, he's awesome.
He's a
His
sweet
voice.
guy. Yeah.
Great singer.
Yeah.
And super cool. I mean, we had a small chat with him last year. Not in backstage. What was that called?
The VIP
Yeah.
area. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was there, and he's super friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had some drinks, so we had the courage to just, go up to him. Yeah,
Yeah, great stuff. So, you have, like we spoke about festivals, if you had the chance to organize a festival, which 4 headliners you would you pick up, for headliners? You,
Oh,
Anna, and you, Oliver.
Wow.
Except
Oh.
Mezmerized.
My main headliner would be Black Label Society, Zach Wilde's band.
Okay. Another three?
Other three, oh my.
Yeah, four headliners.
Okay. But I really got into Follow the Cipher recently, so they would be there definitely. Delaying because they do amazing shows, and I want to say, can I say Amaranth? Do you want to say Amaranth?
I want to say Amaranth as well.
All right, Amaranth.
Okay. You can say something from Symphonic.
Well, I would say Nightwish, definitely.
Mhm.
I would also say Amaranth, if I can say Amaranth. There is a Finnish band I really like. They are an upcoming band. They are called Amber Falls, and they play amazing. They are also playing like modern metal. I don't know how they.
Super talented guys.
They are
What's the
super.
name?
Amber Falls.
Okay.
Amber Falls. They are really, really amazing. So they would be there. And I have to say one more. I would say Arch Enemy.
Oh.
Because they can, they are super heavy and super
Yes.
fresh and it's amazing, energetic. So yeah.
You want to wake up the people with Arch Enemy.
So organize this festival and we're coming.
Okay,
All right.
we will try our best. Yeah.
As you mentioned Amaranth, so which song would you cover from Amaranth and why?
Which one would we cover? We don't do covers.
Yeah, that's the answer that we don't.
Yeah.
I don't like doing covers, for some reason. But if we had to choose one song, that would be really hard. Oh my God!
What's yours?
Calm Down.
Countdown, yeah.
Because I love that song from their Helix album.
And I would do Maximize because it's a great show starter, I would say.
Yeah. They have a lot of amazing songs.
No.
So.
Yeah, maybe you don't like covers, but maybe covers can make you more known.
And that's the problem with it.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. I know. You have to promote your music, but if you do a cover, I think.
Of course, there are, like, for example, there are like bands from the past you can never see again. And so when there are like cover bands, for example, who play these kind of songs, it's really cool because you can go there and you can enjoy those songs live. But for example, I mean, I understand why people do this, but for me, it's really hard to understand that people are more interested in cover projects than in, for example, in new bands. And that's of course there are a lot of work behind new bands and new music, and it's really hard sometimes to see that, but of course I understand.
Yeah. Nothing against cover bands or cover
absolutely.
projects or anything like that. We just don't do that.
Yeah.
It's just not yourself, so.
Yeah.
So let's get back to Mezmerized. So I was looking at the artwork and so on, and I just saw that your previous album or previous single was colored blue, and that the new one, Electrolyze, is yellow. So I was wondering why the switch in colors. Are they expressing something?
Well, the one which has the blue design, this was our first EP. We released I don't even remember, 3 songs, maybe, or 4.
Three songs. 2 bonus songs.
And 2 bonus, yeah. And that album happened, that EP happened actually because people were asking for it. They were like, they wanted something physical, they wanted a CD or something. And so we were like, okay, we could release an EP with the songs we already had back then, and it was actually sold out almost during the pre-order time. So it was super cool. But actually back then we worked with a different designer, and then later we met the guy who is working for us right now, who is doing our amazing designs. He's called Gustavo, and he's absolutely amazing with all these designs, and we just started to work with him for the Electrolyze album, and we were like, you can do whatever you want. We told him some ideas, what we wanted to see on the cover of the album, but actually we were like, you can do whatever you want to, and he did this amazing.
I'm getting back to the original question. The bottom line was, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Basically, I mean,
yeah.
Make it modern. We had some things that we wanted to be implemented into the covers, but all in all, Gustavo had basically a free hand.
Yeah. So that's the reason why it changed, actually, the design, because we wanted something different, because this was our first album, and that other one was an EP, of course. So we wanted to, a change in the design, but also it was like, do whatever you want, just make it look amazing and energetic, and yeah.
And at the previous album, it was 2019 or 2018 when you brought up the EP?
It was 2020. It was January this year.
Yeah.
Actually.
It came out here.
This year, whoa! So we get like 2 albums this year from Mezmerized, like one small, like me, and this. So.
Yeah. It was not.
Yeah, like Anna said, it was not planned at all to release the EP. I mean, we don't release in a physical format.
Mm-hmm.
That was a new thing for us, because people were like, "Hey guys, where can I buy your CD? I want to buy your CD." And we had to tell them, we don't have any. We can't say anything. And after a while, we were like, "All right, we have to make something for these guys," and that's when we decided to release. They already released 3 songs and the 2 bonus songs in physical form.
And the EP, it's like sold out. Is it coming back, or it's like people who bought it have it, and for the other ones they only can enjoy the new album? For now,
honestly, we did not expect it to be sold out, and especially that fast. I mean, it took like 3 weeks maybe to sell 100 copies, and we have 2, for personal usage.
Just have it even,
And we don't plan to release it anytime soon.
It was a limited edition. That was the idea, to have it as a limited edition, to even see if people were interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was sold out so fast, and we were like, we said it was limited edition, so we didn't want to change that. So we had to say no to all the people who
it
were
just wouldn't be fair to all the people who bought it because they thought that this is their last chance, because it was actually their last chance to
buy. So it was
and we want to just keep it that way.
Yeah, after some years, when we will, look back, we could say that we had a limited edition EP in the beginning of the band, which was like some rare stuff, and so we wanted to keep it that way.
Yeah, like a clear view, but now we know what we can expect with albums and so on. So for now, only Electrolyzed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But that one won't be limited edition.
This
so.
one won't be limited.
So guys, what are you listening nowadays? Except Mezmerized.
Yeah, a lot of Mezmerized.
Maybe the reason Anna mentioned Arch Enemy, after all, because I listen to Arch Enemy a lot these days. And a lot of more chilled out music, acoustic stuff, like Alice in Chains acoustic, or even Zakk Wylde's acoustic stuff, that kind of thing.
And I started to listen to the new Mirkur. I don't know if she says it, Mirkur.
Yeah, Mirkur.
Yeah, so I started to listen to her new album because I love this kind of mood music, and it's so great, you know, just to get lost in that kind of music. I
Thank
listen
you.
to Nightwish as well,
Mhm.
Amber Falls, as I said. Sometimes I just have, you know, the idea and I start to listen to some kind of folk music because I love folk music. So it depends what kind of mood I am in it.
Okay. And because we speak about music, your influences, I suppose you have Nightwish and Oliver, maybe. Yeah, Black Label Society. Any other influences?
Really, but from Mezmerized point of view, I would say the all the more, I guess you can say, modern female-fronted bands like Delane, Amaranthe. I really dig the new Within Temptation
Yeah.
era, that kind of stuff. But then again, we still have the industrial like bands. You know, I really love Rammstein, for example.
Of course.
And
Yeah.
I just saw that you are listening to Johnny Cash, or you had like t-shirts. So
Oh yeah, I just got that T-shirt from my father, actually, who is a really big fan of Johnny Cash, and I absolutely love this country style music and it's rockabilly. You know, that's again another mood you can get lost into. We have an amazing band actually here in Hungary who play Johnny Cash and that kind of style of music, and they play it amazingly well. So I could go to, you know, these rockabilly country shows. So I absolutely love that too. And if I could born again, I would, for example, I would be happy to be born in America in the 70s, you know, and play country music.
interesting. And what's the band then called?
Called, well, not an easy name because it's in Hungarian. They called Untitled.
No, I can't search it up. I listen to country, but this would be a very difficult test. And
Yeah, actually, their name came from, you know, because that was the Johnny Cash movie, Walk the Line. And
yeah,
that
amazing.
and that movie had a Hungarian title, and the band uses that Hungarian film title as their name.
Yeah,
So,
it roughly translates as a restless.
yeah, that's the translation. Yeah.
And back to Mezmerized, do you like listen to country like a little bit different? And do you think you can any ideas to incorporate it in your music?
Anything can happen, but we didn't but we don't plan any big changes, you know, in the style. So of course you want to always, you know, get better at what you do and develop and stuff like that. But actually, I don't think we will change the style.
No.
Yeah, I just meant like a little bit like country, like for example, like fall beat. What it's interesting, they do heavy metal, but they manage to have Johnny Cash influences in their music. So
But you know what, I always realize when we finish a song and you know, I finish, for example, writing my vocal lines and I listen back to it and I can hear some, you know, different influences on the vocal lines after all. But you wouldn't, I'm not sure anybody else would be able to tell what kind of influences those were, but I can hear, you know, some different influences on the vocal lines sometimes. So for example, we will have a song on the Electrolyze album, which is more like this. To me, the feeling of the song Carry On is more like this little bit American kind of style. And I would say I can feel some, not rockabilly, but a little bit like rock and roll rockabilly style on it.
Yeah, it's a little hailstormy.
A little hailstorm, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there are different feelings and styles, yeah.
I'm intrigued. I'm going to search for the influences there and for Johnny Cash there.
Let me know what you think.
I will.
So we speak about Jonica. So any non-metal favorites? Like you have Johnny Cash, Oliver, any non-metal like bands you listen?
Hard question.
No, man.
Well,
Maybe Hungarian.
I could say a lot of, like, as I said, folk music, for example. I love Hungarian folk music. I went to Finland in 2018, and I played Hungarian folk music with just Finnish guys. And it was amazing. And it was, again, a different experience, you know, because that's, again, a different vocal technique you have to use and different kind of melodies. And I love it. It's really, really good. Also, I love film music, film scores.
Yeah,
So.
I really like country and bluegrass music. So my favorite bluegrass musician, or you know, country musician, you can call it, I guess, is Jerry Douglas, for example. Love the guy, amazing. He plays slide guitar and the dobro, so that's different. That's definitely not metal, but it's amazing music.
Okay, yeah. And Anna, you said yesterday, when we are private, you had some Irish connections.
Yes.
Oh, can you tell us more?
Yeah, well, actually, I let's say I used to be, because I don't do it anymore. I used to be an Irish dancer for, like, I don't even know, like 8 years or something. I went to competitions. It was a really, really serious hobby for me. So I did it on a really hard level back in the day.
It's
and
like a professional level
almost, yeah. I love Irish music, folk music. I just love it. And I loved doing the dancing thing as well, because that's so, you know, it felt like I could leave everything behind and just focus on the dance, and it was like amazing. I love it. So I still have my Irish dance dress here at home and the Irish dance shoes, you know, and everything. I just love it. So if I will ever do different kind of music, I will have to include Irish folk music in it, because I love it.
Good. And you've been to Ireland, or you've been to Ireland before, or never?
Never.
Oh, never. Oh,
Never.
okay.
Never. And that's so bad, because, you know, even the Irish dance group went to Ireland, I don't know, some years ago, and I couldn't go. I was so sad. But I'm still waiting for that experience to go to Ireland and just go to a pub or whatever and listen to Irish music and start dancing around.
We would love to have here a Mezmerized over, and we could like show Dublin and so on, and the real Dublin pop.
Yeah, that would be so cool. That would be.
To see and, you know, go around to the pubs.
Yeah, I would be like a child, you know, just, oh my God, yeah.
Great stuff.
Great stuff. Which countries do you have in mind for the promotional tour?
Well, the tour like we planned for October and November, which was cancelled or postponed, we're not sure yet. We were supposed to go to Poland, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, Austria, and Switzerland, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
the plan. Yeah.
And what country in Poland? A city, sorry.
I believe it was Krakow and Wrocław.
Yeah, that was it.
I'm not sure about the pronunciation.
I'm not sure either.
Krakow. It's a really good choice. Like Krakow, it's amazing to spend. The city is quite old. It's beautiful to mind. And there you have Auschwitz to visit, like tourist place, like a must see. So if you are one day, I recommend like having a night stay over and just visit the city and so on.
Oh, definitely.
And countries, if you had the money and the resources, which countries would you want to visit with Mezmerized?
All of them.
Germany, definitely. All of them, yeah. But if we have to choose, Germany would be really on top because we can see that many people from Germany are listening to our music, for example, on Spotify. I really would like to tour the USA. That would be amazing. That would be really, again, a different experience. But I believe that's not where we will start. So,
Yeah.
but United Kingdom, of course, again, Ireland, of course.
Yeah, us, Dublin, Dublin.
Yeah, yeah, I will go there. No matter what, I will go there. But of course, as Oliver said, it would be amazing to be able to go and play as many places as we can.
Exactly.
For the band to go live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
We cannot
doing this.
wait. Finally, I was like some days ago we were talking here, and I told you, Oliver, like I cannot wait to finally play these songs live because we never had the chance, to do that, and so now I cannot wait.
Imagine that you are like just locked in the house still, like a little bit like restricted with everything.
Yeah.
So tell us your favorite Hungarian food or not, or drink. Okay, you don't drink, Anna. But food?
Ooh, that's a hard question again.
Come on. What is your favorite Hungarian and not Hungarian?
Okay, our start.
Okay, then you.
My favorite Hungarian food is Anna's cinnamon roll.
But this is Hungarian.
Yeah, yes, it's because you did it.
Yeah. Okay. So everything can be Hungarian if I make it.
Yeah.
But actually, there is it's food, but it's a sweet thing. It's called Rudi, which is basically a Hungarian thing, and all people who I showed it to from foreign countries loved it. It's basically made of, what's the word?
Not sour cream, but something like that.
Something like sour cream, yeah, and there's
Coated in chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate outside, and it's you have to eat it. I mean, it's better when you eat it from you just take it out of the fridge and it's cold, and it's really, really good. And that's special Hungarian. But there is also a food.
Not really sour cream, more like cottage cheese, but it's sweet in the inside.
Yeah. There is also which is special Hungarian, I believe. Portobello palacsinta.
Yeah.
Which is basically.
Yeah, it's ground beef in pancake.
Pancake, but it's not sweet pancake.
Yeah.
It's salted. Yeah, and there is some kind of cream on top of it.
And that's sour cream, yeah. That's sour cream on top of it, yeah.
That's really good.
Goulash. Goulash?
Yeah. Yes. Goulash, yeah. Oh, that's really good. The interesting thing about goulash is that here in Hungary, it's a soup.
Yeah.
But I heard that many people from like other countries believe that it's not soup, but it's some kind of like what's the word again?
Like a bowl dish. No,
yeah.
Sure,
so they don't eat it like soup. I don't know why, but yeah, it's soup, and it's really
we
good.
had like soup. Yeah.
I thought you eat goulash with potatoes or like pasta. That's what I thought.
Well, in real Hungarian goulash, you have potatoes in it. Of course, there is the meat. There are some kind of special homemade pasta normally in it. Of course, a lot of paprika because Hungarians eat everything with paprika. And some vegetables, and yeah, and it's made in a special way, and it's really good.
Yeah,
yeah.
like yeah, it's some Hungarian food. Like my mom cooked like goulash, and you have also letzo, if I'm correct. Like letzo, and
I'm not.
Yeah, me neither, but yeah.
I run from it away when my mom like make it. I only take the sauces, the rice, and the sauce, and then I'm like, no, I don't want the paprika. I'm gone.
Yeah, but that's like then I when we start to realize that Hungarian people actually eat a lot of paprika, and we have that special. I mean, I don't know why, but we cook everything with paprika, and you don't even realize how much paprika you eat here in Hungary. But yeah, that's
Not my kitchen. Like if I see paprika, I run away.
yeah, but that's different paprika. I mean, that's like again, I don't know the word, like powder, paprika powder. No,
Ground.
it's
Oh, powder is
Yeah,
good, but not
yeah,
like paprika. Like
yeah.
like this.
No,
No.
the basic of Hungarian food is the paprika powder.
Yeah, it's dry.
You know,
It's dried
dried.
and ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's delicious.
Yeah.
I like spicy, so I like.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, so good. I mean, like back to the favorite food. We finished eating our pizza.
Pizza.
Hour
We like.
ago.
Do you know any Greek food?
Tzatziki.
Yes. No, it's a sauce. It's not. Yeah.
I know, but it's so good. And
Yeah.
gyros, of
Yes.
course.
Yeah. Pita gyros.
Yeah.
It's so good. I love it.
I love
Yeah.
it. I could eat every day.
What's not to love about it?
I mean, I've been to
great.
Greece once.
Ah,
like,
yeah.
How many years ago with family, you know?
Which Athens?
No.
You've been to an island.
I believe so. I'm not sure, but it wasn't Athens. But I would like to go there because I really love actually the history of the country.
Okay.
Absolutely. And also there is a really great movie. It's called what's the English name? Big Fat Greek Wedding, I believe. And I mean, I don't know how true is that Greek people are. It's so cool.
Yes. We like to eat and drink.
Yeah. And what about the plates?
Oh,
You really do
they
that?
used to do that before years. Now, no money to do that. Yeah. Dangerous stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to go when COVID or sometime after, COVID finished, you have to. It's a very nice place. And we have very good Greek metal scene in Greece.
Oh, we're definitely going to check it out sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, there are some Greek people who follow the band actually.
Yeah.
And
We have also here on the viewers.
it's
Some Greek. Good guys, good.
All right.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah, I want to speak. Here come the viewer questions. So Miro Manson is asking, Anna and Oliver, are you thinking about making a motivational book or something?
Wow.
No,
not really. I mean, if people want to hear what we have to say about anything, you can just ask us. We don't need to write a book. I mean, we can say or tell them like a couple of sentences, and that's all. I mean, it's not like we're all wise and mighty and all that kind of stuff.
No, and also, we don't have that like kind of history of the band, because when you are doing, a band, for example, for like 20 years, that's again different because you have all the great stories, and we hope to have that, But
yeah,
right
ask that
now,
question a couple of years from now, and we'll see.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. COVID had different plans, so
Yeah.
did they let you to make some live before?
Yeah.
But with the other bands, you had some nice stories, some funny stories.
Well, we had like.
You play in a festival.
I mean, we know a couple of bands from Hungary and from abroad as well, and we do have stories. Yes. I mean, not sure if we can tell them. I mean, you'd be surprised when when you think that you're talking to a guy who is in a big band, or at least you think he's in a big band, or she's in a big band, whatever. It doesn't really matter. And all they can say is that they're so freaking tired of the whole music business sometimes that it's just amazing and almost scary.
Yeah.
Because we're relatively new and fresh to this thing.
Yeah.
And although I would say that we approach things pretty realistically, sometimes it's just sad to see how it can affect people in a bad way, even if they are at a higher level.
Yeah, but what can you say? I mean, you are chasing dreams.
Yeah.
That's what you are doing. And sometimes when you see that, I mean, you never want to realize, for example, that you cannot reach those dreams. And so, I mean, sometimes everybody has those, moments when you feel like, oh my God, I cannot do it. I will never be able to reach those dreams. And I'm so tired. But you have to move on and do it. And that's what this is about, I believe.
Yeah. And we all have the drunk stories, definitely.
I don't. I'm sorry, but I don't.
We just need to wait a few years and then we should ask questions.
Yes, again.
No, I am always the sober one. And so I have the stories because I can remember everything that other people do around me. So, yeah.
But you drink tea, coffee?
Well, a lot of energy drink. And I know that's bad, but I drink a lot of energy drink.
That's bad.
And yeah, tea. I like tea, definitely. Everything basically, just not alcohol, really. But for example, I have one story which is funny, and it happened with the other band I had back in the day. That the guy, one of our guitarists, he was really drunk, and he just it was I believe we were in our flat back in the day, and he just fell asleep on the bed, and I was like, we have to do something, and so we started to we used the pen and draw things on him and stuff like that. And when he woke up, he had no idea what happened. So these things happen. But
what did you draw?
Yeah.
It's okay. We have time. In a few years, we'll ask you again.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's all for the evening. That's so first of all, thank you for the viewers who participated, watched, and for those who are going to watch this, and for the questions. And don't forget to check out the new stuff if you haven't done tonight. Hybrid and the new one, check it out. And soon the new album will come. For tonight we'll post all relevant links so you can follow up, subscribe to the newsletter so you can receive all news, and subscribe also to your YouTube channel, to our DMG YouTube channel, to see the interview anew, or to see when it's released. And also thank you, Mezmerized, telling us more about the band, your new plans, the future, and so on. And I will pass now the microphone to you for finalizing words and so on.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for inviting us. We really enjoyed it. As we really enjoy any discussions in this group. I mean, it's one of the most active groups on Facebook, you know,
Yeah.
music and metal related, and you guys are really nice, and just good
Thank
to
you.
talk to. Thank
Thanks
you.
for your time, guys. Thanks.
It was really
Yeah.
fun.
I hope to
And
see you
thank you
live.
all.
Hope
Yes.
to see you live soon.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now we are waiting in anticipation the new album. So if it's ready, it will be passed to the group so we can discuss it and talk it with the group. It'll be amazing.
We will let you guys know about every new thing.
It comes out on the 18th of September this year.
Yes.
So watch out.
Yeah, I will mark my calendar in red. No, yellow. No. So good.
Thank you, guys, and good night.
All
Good
right.
night. Thank you, guys.
Take care, y'all.
You too. Stay
That's
metal.
all.
And happy.